let's check the schedule. Who do we got tonight, guys? Who do we got?
Sacramento.
That was last night.
The Kings?
No. What?
It's again.
Oh my God! What's up, everybody? Welcome into the pregame show.
Let's go. Let's go.
Groundhog Day, baby. Groundhog.
Every
Two
day is
Kings,
the same.
Too Furious is what this is. The remix.
That was good.
I knew one of my dad jokes would land somewhere
Have
over
you
here.
seen that?
Have I seen it? Of course not.
I think Brendan just officially.
I honest to God have not seen five minutes or less of the entire series.
I think what just happened is that Brendan officially adopted you as his father. Just now.
Really? Wow.
No, things are good with my dad these days, so we'll.
Okay,
All right,
well,
there was-
listen. Which
I'm
one?
joking. They've always been.
Adam?
They've always been.
Man, this is off the rails. We're presented as always by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook app. You can use promo code DNVR whenever you sign up. Later in the show, this man over there, D-Line Co, is going to make us all rich. Betting on a game that we've seen once already. Just make those same bets, right? I mean,
Yeah, let's bet for Jokic to miss a triple-double by one rebound.
Oh, I hope so bad. We are going to look at the to-do list. The Nuggets have, you know what? There was a long to-do list 2 weeks ago. A long to-do list. Some of those ones would cross off. We already did them. But there's still some remaining items on the to-do. Now you get the bit. That's the bit. That's what we're going to be doing a little bit later. We're also going to look at the Midwest. We're going to update the Midwest.
I love that game.
It's gotten even more mid, to be honest with you, out west. We'll talk about that.
And even more west.
But first, let me introduce the panel. I've got over here, that is like a little Cosby sweater, little hiking boots.
Tough intro. Wow. Yeah, I feel comfortable. I feel great. You know what's funny about back-to-backs? When the team's struggling, they're the worst. When the team's playing great, it's such a treat.
Can't wait.
Watch the Nuggets again tonight.
So excited.
What a treat.
I'm like pumped for this game, man. I'm weird.
Really?
It's taken me a while to get back to this point.
Nice.
I'm with Adam.
Over here,
Nice.
not pumped about the game, apparently, Harison Wind.
Not that pumped, but that's the beauty of the Nuggets. That's the beauty of watching Nikola Jokic. You just never know what's going to happen every single night.
This is why I'm pumped.
Yeah.
We're getting a different look at Yoke
Yeah,
tonight.
you never know.
And then over there, making faces, biting his lip, it's D-Lyco.
I'm actually just have a face.
You
I
do have
wasn't
a face.
doing anything. Very excited to be here tonight, guys. Excited to watch Nikola Jokic match up against the Sacramento Kings.
That was a hell of an intro. There is some news, though, I'm
that's
told,
the game.
Harrison Wind. Some news about tonight. Who's in and who's out?
So for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, Bruce Brown, all those guys were questionable. They are all out tonight. Bruce, he hurt his ankle last game. No surprise that he's out. Jamal on the second night of a back-to-back. Don't think that's a surprise that he's out. And then Aaron Gordon just dunking too much with his right hand these days. He's also out.
His shoulder
sprain.
So Michael Porter, who's coming off of back surgery and heel injury.
Yes.
He's out too, right?
No, he is in.
No, he's playing.
He is playing.
All right.
I think he's still on a minute restriction. Actually, I feel very confident he is still on one. What exactly that minute restriction is, that's up
26.
to interpretation.
Except for Christmas when he played 37, and then last night when he played more.
That is correct. So we'll see how much he plays tonight. I'm sure Denver will monitor his minutes. We got the starting lineup as well.
All right. Oh, let's hear it. I can't wait for this. Go slow, though, like Eric did yesterday.
I don't know how Eric did.
He did
but,
it slow, teased. He really
I gave
teased
it
it out.
tease.
Starting at center, Nikola Jokic.
So far, so good.
That's probably the right call.
Small forward, Michael Porter Jr.
All right. Forward.
Shooting guard, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
Woo,
Kenny
so far,
P.
I'm 3 for 3 on my guesses.
Starting at power forward, Zeke Naji.
Not surprised.
Another
Yeah.
chance. Another
Yeah, we'll
chance.
see if he can play more than 16 minutes tonight.
Don't even care if he does or doesn't.
Starting at point guard, Bones Highland.
Let's go! Guys,
He is in the starting lineup tonight.
Guys, I'm telling you, are you not excited about this?
Now I'm excited.
Are you not entertained?
Now he's in.
He's pumped.
I mean,
Now I'm excited.
in all seriousness, though, Vogt, like, what's the best way to break yourself out of a slump?
Oh, would you like to play with Jokic and the big boys?
Oh, yeah.
How about some starting minutes? No, I love it. It's just what he needs. I think he's looked like a different player when he's gotten those minutes this year. And then last night, did he play well, fellows? No. But the 6 assists, that's the step in the right direction. Does he keep that approach alongside the first unit? Does
Yeah.
it bear fruit? We get to find out together.
I'm really excited for it. Look, he might play poorly again tonight, and that would suck. But this is an opportunity where I feel like, hey, you know, a lot of people that have been critical of Bones, more critical than myself, have been like, well, you know, he shoots too much this or that. I've always thought that depending on the lineup, he kind of scales up or down.
Yeah.
Tonight is a rare example of where he can actually play aggressive. You need to have a guy that can score, run pick and roll. But he's with Jokic, and I think he'll be smart about getting the ball to Jokic because guess what? That's a smart thing to do.
It is smart.
And then on top of that, look at this spacing, guys. I know he's in a slump, but Bones Highlands is a good three-point shooter. KCP is a good three-point shooter. Michael Porter Jr. is a good three-point shooter. And Zeke Naji is a good three-point shooter. There's going to be elite spacing tonight around Jokic. I'm excited for it. And isn't it house money, Eric? Isn't this a little bit of a, hey, rest everybody, you lose, whatever?
It's house money in that we have a little bit of a cushion. We are in the driver's seat. We're first place in the Western Conference, but if they lose, the internet will set on fire. I know that.
Okay, well,
It's house money, but Bones Highland just really needs a good game.
It's
He
true.
really needs it.
It's absolutely
He
true.
really does. And if he goes out and just has a clunker tonight alongside Michael Porter Jr., alongside Nikola Jokic, it's going to be a little concerning, I think. He just needs a good game, like more so than anybody has for the Nuggets this season right at this point, I feel like.
so people in the comment section saying that he has a tough task with De'Aaron Fox. No question
Definitely,
about it.
yeah.
First of all, everybody in the NBA is a tough task defensively right now for Bones Highland. Like, literally everybody. So I kind of like that you throw him into this. Again, win or lose, I just think it's a good opportunity for him to go out there and do something. And I do think Jokic makes things easy on people. So I'm excited just for him to get this opportunity. And we'll get to the to-do list later. Mm-hmm. But one of them is, look, the team is better when Bones Highland is good.
Yep.
He hasn't been that basically for half of the year. After he got COVID and has come back, he hasn't been good in that stretch. If they get that going, I mean, you're cooking with gas.
Also, he's starting tonight, but the second unit to be good needs Bones Highland.
Right.
Needs it.
Like, forget about the second unit being anything better than average this season if Bones Highland isn't playing well or if something else happens. Like,
Right.
the starting point to a good second unit for this team, I think, is Bones Highland playing well.
Right. You might find a group that at this moment is executing better, but then you're just at an even greater talent deficit with that unit. Like long term, he needs to be the best solution is that he plays better. That's what we're looking at. So
Yeah.
For the Kings, Sabonis is playing tonight. He missed that last game against Denver last night. He's playing through a fracture in his thumb in his non-shooting hand.
He does give Jokic the business, though. Like, he has been very good against Nikola Jokic. I am curious. The first time you try playing through an injury, we'll find out how well and how effective he is. So
Yep.
I'm kind of curious to see how that matchup goes. I'm also curious. Jokic doesn't seem to take that one too personally. You know what?
No.
Like, you would kind of tell. Like, sometimes we're like, come on. Like, Sabonis takes it personally.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody does. It's the MVP. You want to go at him. Jokic doesn't seem bothered by it. Let's see if he does tonight.
Yeah. Michael Mullen pregame says Sabonis being in, him being out doesn't change their approach. He said they prepared last game as if Sabonis would play. So they should know the scouting report on him heading into tonight. And then Malone also getting in on the MVP chatter pregame.
Oh, God,
Oh, my
finally.
God. Yeah, thank God. I'll bet he likes Jokic.
Yes, he's pushing Jokic. He's a fan. He said most people went into the season thinking there's no way he could win MVP again. Hey, we're bored of that guy. Let's find somebody new we can love. Now he's taken his game to another level. He's back in that discussion.
He's in the
discussion.
He's in the discussion, fellas.
He's in the discussion. He's in the conversation.
I had to bring that
We're
up.
always talk about how like ESPN and everybody always wants to talk MVP. Even Malone does apparently.
Oh, he loves it.
He loves it. I saw a straw poll last week. Like what?
We didn't want to talk MVP until we realized he could win a third one, and then we realized let's get in on that
I still
conversation.
don't want to talk.
Me too.
I'm like so tired of it. Like I hate this conversation.
It is funny to me. People are like, "Man, we have an epic MVP battle going on right now. There's 8 or 9 guys that can win." I'm like, "Yeah, because it's December."
People say the same thing every year.
Yeah.
At this point in the season, it's always an epic MVP
Is this
battle.
the most? Yeah, there are so many
There are
guys
not
playing
8 or 9
well.
guys.
Because nobody's gotten hurt yet.
Yeah, there are not 8 or 9 guys that can win.
Not by January. I think right now you could say that, but it's like it's because it's
Yeah.
December, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
All right, I like it. What else?
That's all I got.
Alrighty, let's move on now to our to-do list because here's the thing. 2 weeks ago, we were talking about what's wrong with the Nuggets, losing a little faith, losing a little bit of hope. There were all these items that were on the list. You needed to get Michael Porter back. You need to get Murray going. You needed to, to rally off some wins, this or that. A lot of things have been checked. Eric, what do you feel like are the next boxes up on this still needs to be checked? games, it's ebbs and flows in a season. But
Yeah.
right now we're on a high. What else?
Well,
do you
I mean,
need?
like the most obvious one is just the bench. The bench needs to figure itself out. The bench needs to have an identity. The problem with the bench to this point is that there's not like a clear definition of what the bench is. It's been a revolving, like there's not
I
been
agree.
a set
I
lineup.
agree.
We don't really know if it's going to be DeAndre Jordan in there, if Christian Brown is going to make an appearance. Some of us feel very strongly that he should be.
Hey, easy.
I just said some of us.
I was talking about you, Harrison.
Oh, yeah, I should have just said
yeah,
Harrison.
yeah.
No, but truly, like, it's just been the bugaboo for the Denver Nuggets all season long. It's just been the on-off splits of Nikola Jokic. It's the story of Nikola Jokic's entire time in Denver. The Nuggets are incredible when he's on the floor, and they are abysmal when he's off. And if they want to hit that next level, they have to get help, and it has to become when he's not having to exert energy. And they have to, I mean, when it gets to the playoffs, it won't matter as much. The lineup will turn to 9 guys probably, but even still, that's still bench unit time. But it's just the bench has to figure itself out. It just has to.
Yeah. I mean, no question about it. I don't think we're going to get an answer tonight. In fact, what is the bench tonight, Harrison?
Exactly.
If you were to guess.
Ish Smith, he'll be in the rotation. Christian Brown, he'll be in there. Davon, I think, will be
Yeah.
in there. He played the second half last night.
He had some big plays, too. Shout out to
Vlatko,
Dave.
I think, goes into your 6-man role now. I mean, he played great last night. He closed the game. So I feel like he's in for heavy minutes. And then DeAndre Jordan at backup 5. That's probably your 10-man rotation tonight.
So that's 10 man. I do kind of think that's it. That's not a regular one, so there's nothing the bench can really do tonight. Again, Bones, a lot of the bench issues, let's be honest, are Bones-centric. So Bones getting going could be part of that. What else is on the to-do list, Harrison?
Well, I think Bones just playing well is got to be high up there. You think about Bones Highland last year. He won a playoff game for this team. He was such a key part. Like last year, the best vibe was Nikola Jokic winning MVP. The second best vibe, maybe the only other good vibe last year, was Bones Highland emerging.
Yeah.
And he's just taken such a back seat this year because he was sick earlier in the year and he just hasn't been able to find himself. So just a run of like 5 good games by Bones Highland would be so great right now. And also him just like establishing himself as a guy that, yes, we know this team needs for the playoffs. Because right now, no, he's just not that guy.
Right
Which is
now,
crazy.
he might not be in the playoff
Yeah,
rotation.
Which
I
is
mean,
crazy. He single-handedly won the Nuggets their only playoff game last season.
I mean, Jokic was great also. He had like 39.
Jokic was great every game.
Okay, but
That's the point. is that-
Single-handedly, though.
Well, I mean, he's the one that single-handedly took them over the top.
yeah.
So I'm just saying, like, he is battle-tested. We know what he can do when the moment is big.
Yes.
Duo.
It would be great if he becomes that guy again. Yes.
Have you guys seen the Nate Bartkowski one fell swoop stand-up sketch?
I missed that one.
You haven't seen it?
Nah.
Pretty funny.
Yeah.
Where he's like arguing with
Bargazy.
his wife because she's like, "We'll do the
One fell swoop.
One fell swoop." He's like, "That's 2 swoops. That's not how that works." Anyway, I feel like this is the single-handedly. You're like,
Well-
"Yeah, him and Jokic,
But, whatever.
2 hands." That's anyway.
I mean, like,
doesn't matter. We don't have to litigate it. All right, Bones, the bench.
So this one's kind of tough because I think we're in the midst of seeing it, but they've got to see it through. And the defensive rating is
I love
climbing.
it. Yep.
Can they get it to 15th, you know? I don't know what's realistic in terms of the ceiling given the hole they dug themselves. at the
They
start
can
of the year.
definitely get to 15th. They're already up to 23rd.
So, and it's happening against good teams, good offenses. It's happening in ways at times that make you go, okay, I feel better about this team. So can they see that process through? Because a big story about this team right now is the clutch prowess on both ends, but I think they're slowly taking steps towards more than that, and they just got to finish that off.
Would you call this defensive consistency then?
Yes.
That might be a part of it, defensive
I would say
consistency.
that.
I mean, I like this one because they have shown that they can play defense at a high level, but they haven't shown it yet, like, you know, that they can do this or lock in or find really a rhythm that is sustainable game after game after game.
Yeah.
So I like that one. The one I'll go on a to-do list, I mean, I still think you got Zignaji that you want to see if what he's got to give you. Christian Brown, you want to see where does he fit into this. I still feel like we're not fully over the Christian Brown hump. I want to see him get consistent minutes. But if I was to narrow it down to one to-do list item for me personally, it would be a winning streak. They've got
Nice.
5 right now. And what is it in the Jokic era? The record is like 8?
Something like that.
It's like really low for a team that's usually pretty good. Great teams find rhythms, and this isn't about peaking too early or whatever. It's just great teams find a rhythm where they just rattle off 12 games in a row.
Yeah.
Then they lose one, and then later in the year they get 8 games in a row. And that's how you get up to 57, 58, 59 wins, become a top seed. But it's also how you really take your team to a next level. When teams find a rhythm and find a connection, it like builds on itself and it levels you up, and then you lose it and you come down a little bit, but it's like 7 steps forward, 1 step back. That's better than 3 steps forward, 1 step back. So for me, I would love to see the Nuggets find a rhythm where it's like, oh, here's a 50-50 game. Nope, they won by 20 because they're in such a rhythm right now that they're just in a streak.
Yeah. I love that. I think they might have found some of that rhythm right now.
I agree.
I think this could be the start of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Nikola Jokic playing at the best level he's played at this season. He's just unreal right now. Michael Porter back, Jamal Murray here. The defense is trending up. I think this could be the start of it. That game against the Kings last night, that was like how the Golden State Warriors approached every game during their 73-win season.
Yes and no. Yes and no. I actually disagree. They had 2 types. One was that one. We're down 20, whatever. But then they had another one where they're like, we're going to hurt you.
Yeah,
tonight.
we're just going to win by 50.
We're going to hurt you.
Yeah.
We're
But
going to come out in the
a lot of the
third.
games that they played that year, sometimes against lesser competition, they would get down by 20 and be like, okay, we're the Golden State Warriors. Let's just go on a 20-0 run. And, Denver didn't do that exactly, but the Nuggets in that second half were like, all right, let's just win.
Jack White and Peyton didn't come back, right? They're still out in Grand
I think
Rapids.
Jack White is with the team. Peyton Watson is still in the G League.
I wouldn't mind seeing him play tonight.
Jack White,
It'd be
yeah.
interesting.
Oh,
I
he's
wouldn't
great.
mind seeing him. Just, why not? This is the
Why
type
not?
of moment.
I
See
mean,
what you
Malone
got.
emptied the bench last night, save for Jack
Get
White.
Gillespie in there. What are we doing?
Yeah, on one leg. He is moving around, though. You guys want to take a look at the Midwest?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Midwest.
I would love to.
Midwest.
We are currently presiding over the Midwest.
It feels
The
it feels good, doesn't
The
it?
Denver Nuggets are lords of the Midwest right now, sitting at number 1 seed. Let's look at the Pelicans, 21-12. They remain a good team. There's nothing crazy going on with them right now. They're like, I guess, one of the only teams that you can look at right now and say, like, all right, there's nothing like too noteworthy. Although I will say they are somehow down to the Timberwolves.
Is Brandon Ingram back?
He played the other night, didn't he?
Okay.
So I don't know if let me see. Let me check him in the tonight. He did not play tonight, so I don't know. Maybe I'll have to see there. Then you got the Memphis Grizzlies, who I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Is it cartoons?
The Lakers game just ended, so the bar's got Tom and Jerry on right now with
Oh,
audio.
nice.
In full throat.
In
Yeah,
Yeah,
really
sound,
loud.
everything.
Wow.
Every TV.
Thanks, RG. It is Memphis is down bad right now, guys. Getting smacked on Christmas is one thing.
Dude.
No, but they're fine. They're fine in the West.
They're fine in the West. They did lose to Denver. They lost to the Thunder before Denver. They beat the Suns. Everybody's beating the Suns. We'll get to them in a second. Get smacked by the Warriors, and then get smacked by the Suns, the short-handed Suns team after that. So Memphis, man, since Ja made that we're fine in the West, they've been taking nothing but L's.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll say this. I'm not worried about Memphis.
Wow.
I too am fine in the West.
Wow. The Clippers are just there. I mean, they're at 15 losses. Denver's at 11. I don't really have a whole lot of notes other than they seem intent on not playing their guys all year. I mean, the Clippers
for
are the
sure.
Clippers. There's nothing really down about
They
them.
also kind of, in my opinion, they hide behind this. Well, we don't know what they are yet. I do. A team that punts on the regular season. I'm
Yeah.
good on the Clippers.
And maybe isn't quite as good as they think they are in the postseason. The Phoenix Suns now in 5th, 20-16. Here's the thing.
The Suns are setting.
The Suns are setting hard right now.
Nice.
I mean,
Yeah.
you've got Devin Booker who just came out. He tried to play through that groin injury on Christmas. Might have been a really big mistake because you have a groin
true.
injury, you play through it, and you hurt it even worse. Now 4 weeks before he's reevaluated.
I mean, this is a good lesson for everybody that's like, oh, why isn't this guy back yet? Because that's what happens
Yeah,
when
because
they come back too early.
Was it really worth coming in and torching Michael Porter Jr. immediately and then scoring one basket and going out? Probably not.
He did torch Michael Porter on that move, though. But here's the thing. They're now 5th, 16 losses, 20-16, 3.5 games behind Denver. You lose Booker for a month. I'm not saying they're out of the running for the top seed in the West, but
They're
you would bet
not out. Yeah.
You
I
would bet
think they're
against them
out.
pretty heavily, right?
Yeah, I mean,
And last year they were the number 1 seed. So,
yeah.
and then the other thing about it is that means Chris Paul probably needs to play a couple more minutes, take a couple more shots, be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah, he's ready for that.
And I'm just saying, the last couple years, everything has gone right for Phoenix in the regular season.
Right.
This is a year where all of a sudden Cam Johnson out right away, Devin Booker out now for a month. It's like
Jay Crowder still
Jay Crowder's
out.
still there, still there, just not
no
playing.
bigger affront to the basketball gods than the Phoenix Suns the last several years.
Yeah.
The Dallas Mavericks at 19 and 16, kind of wild. Like they're the 6th seed right now. They don't have anything bad going on other than it takes 60
Other
point
than
triple-double for
their
Luka.
roster sucks.
Yeah. You know what? But Luka's putting up these crazy numbers.
Yeah.
Sacramento, obviously is right there as well. Portland, do we have anything? Fading a little bit. 18 and 6. Remember when they were the top seed in the West
yeah.
and people were like, everybody's sleeping. They're actually, I think I predicted them to be 8th in the West. They're 8th in the West at the moment.
They're supposed to get Gary Payton back any week.
Utah Jazz right now at 19 and 17. They've also just completely, faded away a little
Predictably.
bit here. Then you got the Warriors at 17 and 18 who just seem to not be able to get over the hump themselves.
Yeah, well, losing your best player hurts that process to some extent, but it's still.
And Wiggins has been out, right? Like,
Yep,
Yeah.
he's been out.
They're
Clay's out
the
tonight.
team though that
I still think they're the best team in
the
the West.
biggest
outside of
disparity
Denver.
between how their fan
Yeah.
base feels about them and how everybody
We just
else.
need to get them out of the 8th seed.
Yeah,
You just don't want
to.
to until their season is over. You're not
Yeah.
putting.
Yeah, they did this shit to a lesser degree last year. Where it was like, are they good? Are they not good? I don't know. And then it's like Clay's coming back for the playoffs. Like they're good.
Memphis
gonna be good.
found out that the Nuggets really are the spiritual successors to the Warriors.
Yes.
The Warriors are the ultimate, like, everyone's like, what's wrong with them? It's like, oh, yeah, they're not trying very hard. And then when they do, they're
Yeah.
shorthanded. They just
The
smack.
Nuggets play the regular season with the confidence of dynasty.
Yeah, they really do. You guys know who's down bad? The Timberwolves. Oh, my God. Talk about a fan base that is furious at their general manager. You've also got Oklahoma City's there. By the way, the Lakers are below the Thunder. So the Midwest is just a bunch of teams that have gotten midder, and Denver, meanwhile, is looking better and better by the day.
And Denver, we're talking about maybe going on a huge win streak.
I mean, I'm hoping for it.
It's so wild. Can we just take
I'm over it. I'm happy now.
I know, but can we just take a second, everyone in the chat, everyone in the universe that pays attention to the Nuggets, like, just breathe. Like, we're in first place. It's been so miserable for most of this year.
But I think the vibe is up.
I
Oh,
think
the
man,
vibe
I
is
really
coming
do
up.
think the vibe's
I
way
want to
up.
caution against it if it dips again, like keeping the larger perspective in play. Like the Denver Nuggets, I've said this several times, like they've shown to me that they have what it takes to go as far as their luck will allow them to. Like we're now at a place where it's like injury luck, matchups. There are things that are outside of their control that will ultimately control their destiny. But like, chill out, man. Like, I don't want to hear about firing Malone. I don't want to hear about like all this stuff that's just chatter because we have to talk about it every day. People talk about it all the time. Like, it's wasted energy. Like, let's focus on like
I do
just
think,
getting
though,
that place.
being in the building on Christmas, the Nuggets are back to me, as in Denver is back with the Nuggets.
Right.
The Nuggets
A
are
team-
playing well. The vibes
Yeah.
are up. I
yeah.
think things are culminating right now. And to me, it's the first time it feels like we're truly on the other side of that tunnel, that injury tunnel, that limbo. And
But
so I'm
the-
excited to
but-
see.
As three guys are
I'm
But the
really
larger
sorry,
point is
yeah.
we've always been here. It's a forest for the trees. We get
Yeah, but a
mired
team
down.
also has to win the fan base. Or like a team has to
Oh,
show
yeah,
a
yeah,
fan
yeah.
base. Like I mean,
Yes,
and
I'm
they
with
have.
you.
The last 2 weeks they
Yes.
showed us, and now everybody's like all in. And I think it's supposed to work out that way. All right, let's make some money. Let's put our money where our mouth is. Are we confident? Eric's saying
No, by
everybody
the
should
way.
believe. So does that mean we're betting on a win?
You can actually get the Nuggets plus money tonight on the money line.
Of course, they're
Plus
short-handed
100.
three starters.
Plus
Or
110.
three players.
Plus 110. I'm taking it.
Really?
Yes, they won last night, and Jokic played half a game at best. He scored 2 points in the first half. I don't know if you remember.
Jokic probably told Malone, like, yeah, I'll play tonight. I took last night off.
Here's what I'm looking. So I believe in the Nuggets tonight. I really think like they're just obviously the superior squad, and they have a generational superstar with the impetus to actually try for the entire game on the scoring end tonight. So I like the Nuggets' chances. But here's what I like the most: Michael Porter Jr. 3 points or 3-point shots. DraftKings is doing that thing where they haven't quite caught up again, I believe.
Well, I mean, it has been one game in a row.
Over 2.5
Okay.
plus money.
Oh, baby.
Plus 110.
You're right, man. He's starting. Like,
He's gonna get him up.
Plus money.
He's gonna get
This
him
is
up.
a lot.
this
It's a
this
lock,
does feel
right?
like a lock.
I'm gonna
I mean,
put a
if-
big unit on
He's
this.
had one game that he's made over 2 threes.
Oh,
But it
not
does
back.
feel right.
It's a-
But
This
the
is a
thing
lot.
is, he could go 3 of 13 tonight.
He might. You know?
Second thing I feel great about, Nikola Jokic over 27.5 points
Okay.
tonight. Nikola Jokic has to score tonight. Whether or not he wants to, not up to him tonight. Last night it was up to him a little bit, and he opted not to.
Yeah, you're kinda
until
right.
until in the end, and then he had to.
right.
But I think he's going to come out of the gate fast, like he does sometimes, where he's just like out for the kill, and I think he's going to put a lot of points up.
Oh my God, I have a lock of a lock. But you keep going.
Here's another thing that I feel really good about: Nashawn Bones Highland over 4.5 assists.
Dude, this was my lock. I just put a double
Assists.
bet on it. He had 6 last game in
Yes.
19 minutes. He's going to play 30 tonight
It's
with
it's
Jokic.
it's negative money. It's negative 140, but that feels like an absolute lock, right? Nashawn Bones.
The only way
Highland.
he doesn't is if he's horrible in his first stint and gets benched somehow.
Yes,
which is
and then
on
the other,
table, but
and then the last bet I feel great about, over 1.5. Cantavius Caldwell Pope 3-pointers.
Okay.
minus 155. I'm
Minus
not doing it.
155. That feels like it's going to hit, though. Some of these we can combine into a same game parlay.
Right.
No,
The more
I've
legs
heard
you
about
add,
those.
The more
money you
legs
can
you
win.
add, the more you can win. I feel great about every one of these.
What
I might
about, what
actually-
about this one? You want to know a plus money 3-point bet?
Who?
Zeke Naji,
Oh, how many?
0.5.
When's the last time?
One?
Plus 135. He
When's the
needs
last
to make
time he
one.
took
Let's
a
fucking
three?
That's so
go.
true. He doesn't
When's the
take
last
it.
time he
He's been
took
playing Aaron
When was the
Gordon,
last
though.
time he's taken a field goal attempt? He doesn't
That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm not betting on anything. points-wise.
0.5.
Listen, you say that. He started last time. How many he hit yesterday?
I can't believe someone told Zeke to change his shot.
You guys are. I'm taking it. Come on, Zeke. I have
I
faith
can't
in
believe
you.
somebody
Take
told him
it,
to change
take
his
it.
position.
Oh man.
All right, single game parlay, Eric. What do you got for us?
Well, I just did the. I like all of those. I mean, I think I might just put them into a single game parlay. I don't
All right,
think
how
there's
do we
anything
go-
else I feel great about. Like,
Can we do a 3-pointers single game parlay then?
yeah, let's look. So
All right, who do we have on Nuggets? Man, Bones is the one that I'm just like, come on, man. get
I'm
it
not
going.
betting until he shows me.
Same. I mean,
yeah,
I'm
I mean
same.
that's fair. It's been
Zeke
a month.
Naji 3-pointers made.
So
is
we're
on
gonna
there.
do 2+ Michael Porter Jr.
All right, that works. That's the only one I see on there. That you want.
I might take a Jokic 3 just to make things a little spicy.
He's not doing that.
You don't think so?
I don't think
With
so.
Sabonis?
I'm gonna take Bones 3.5 assists. I did like that one. Should I take a Jokic steal?
Yes.
I mean, why
you got
not?
several last night.
I'm gonna get a Jokic steal in there. That's my 3-leg single game parlay. Plus 125.
The old third leg.
Oh, it's snowing.
Yeah, it's snowing.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
Ah, crap.
Well, so we'll have
Looks like our TV.
All right, we got to go solve our television
Nice.
problem.
wah, wah,
Everybody
wah.
hit that like for us.
See you guys.
later.
Troubleshoot.